Boom, join that live. All right. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? I think we're on Facebook too. Yes, sir. We are live everywhere. What's up, guys? Welcome to Titan Talk Tuesday with me, John, CEO of Titanmedicalcenter. Appreciate all you guys joining me. I got a great show for you guys. We're going to talk about some awesome peptides today too as well, so stay tuned for that. I'm here to answer all your questions, give you some great answers if you need it, and anything to help you guys as far as muscle building, weight loss, anti-aging, better sleep, better performance in the bedroom, all these different things we can cover with you guys right here. And I can give you guys some tips or things that we use for our patients here that might help you too as well. Plus, anything that we can help you guys out with service-wise, from hormone replacement therapy, medical weight loss, vitamin amino acid injectable therapies, rejuvenation detox, libido enhancers, all ED medications for you guys, and libido enhancers for females, plus peptides, healing peptides, weight loss peptides, sexual peptides. We're going to talk about one of the weight loss peptides today, AOD 9604, and we do blood work nationwide too as well, and we have a special going on for Men's Health Month. So June is Men's Health Month, and we want to make sure that guys have the awareness out there to be preventative for all the different diseases or different things that could happen to them. And at that point, getting this blood test will show you a lot of different things of what's going on inside the body to give you guys an educated decision about what you should do to possibly optimize, right? If something's on a deficiency, you want to make sure that you bring that up to a good, healthy level. And you want to feel good, look good, and perform better every single day. And that's what Tate Medical Center can do for you guys. If you guys want to text us, 727-389-3220. All right, everybody join in. I appreciate everybody joining in on, oh man, all these different places. Mimalize, what's going on? We got Andreas out there, Barger, Eyes, Robin, how you doing? Shotzi Fit, what's up, brother? How you doing? C. DeVille, what's up? Rick Rose, Blot, Michael Barn, Carmona Ninja, what's going on? Bob Lee, Lance Naro, Frederick, what's going on? Coach K, Uncle Baby, Servalos, and Andrea, Tommy Mixa, Boss Jordan, Chris Mixer, what's going on, brother? How you guys doing? So today we want to start off with Therapy of the Week. Therapy of the Week is a weight loss peptide, and this weight loss peptide is AOD 9604. It's an anti-obesity peptide. So it's an anti-obesity drug, that's what AOD stands for, but it is an advanced obesity drug too as well. I've said it before like that, but that's not what AOD stands for. It's anti-obesity drug. So with this, AOD 9604, got a lot of questions about it, and a lot of patients use this. Now, what is AOD 9604? One, like I said, it's a peptide. Two, it's a fragmented sequence of amino acids from growth hormone. So growth hormone is a 191 amino acid sequence. This is a 176 amino acid sequence. Now, you get all the benefits of the weight loss portion from this, but you get no negative side effects from the growth hormone portion that you would if you were taking regular growth hormone. And what I mean by that is it can raise glucose levels, sugar levels in the body. It can grow different areas in the body too as well. So at that point, you might want to look at something that's going to help you out for the weight loss without the negative side effects. And that's where AOD 9604 comes in. So with this, it helps in two main ways, right? The first way is lipolysis. So lipolysis is destroying the fat inside the body, right? It's utilizing the fat that you have stored. And we know that every calorie is energy stored, right? That's what our body does, and it puts into adipose tissue. So with this, you're going to be able to utilize those stored up energy calories that you have in your stomach. And at that point, you're going to be able to inhibit lipogenesis. And lipogenesis is when you're not storing fat in the adipose tissue. All right. If you're inhibiting it, if it is lipogenesis, you're storing fat in the adipose tissue. If you're inhibiting it, it's not storing inside the body. So you're actually using that for energy as it's coming in, which is really cool too as well. So AOD 9604, it has GRAS status, so it's generally regarded as safe. And at that point, it's great for any patient out there that really wants to utilize weight loss that might not be able to use some of our other weight loss therapies, like maybe ECA Stack Plus. Or ECA Stack Plus, and there's no stimulant as far as AOD. So AOD is not a stimulant either. So when I talk about weight loss, people automatically think of over-the-counter fat burners. This is not that. This is an injectable that you would take subcutaneously, and at that point with this, you're going to take it. You can take it for a couple months span, whatever it may be, and it's going to help. And it's not going to cause any stimulant problems. So you're not going to get anxious. You're not going to get heart palpitations. It's going to be very easy to take. And at that point, you should reap the benefits from it. All right, what's going on? This is not illegal. Snake oil, okay. All right, so this is coming from pharmacies, guys. I've been around for 10 and a half years, so.
TikTok, right?
Yeah, TikTok. We always get the clowns on TikTok, but that's all right. Titan, yes, we're based in Florida. We service nationwide. We've been doing that for a long time. Mersader, I'm just going to do TRT. I'm tired of not being able to gain weight. So, TRT is a good way. Now, if you can't gain weight per se, and you go in and you get your levels tested, that's the first thing I would do. I would get my levels tested. Now, if you test your levels and they're like, let's say at 300, okay, and you're not really going to be able to gain weight or get those results, even if you're busting butt in the gym. I know guys that have very low testosterone levels that bust butt. I mean, 2 hours in the gym, an hour per body part, and they don't look like they've been in there for that long, right? Over time, you should be gaining some muscle. You should be leaning out. You should be getting more cut. You should be progressing in one way or the other, whatever you're trying to do. And a lot of people, they can't do this because of this reason. Their hormones aren't where they need to be or possibly need to be optimized for them to really get the result that they're looking for. And I'm not saying take super physiological levels of testosterone, no. But at that point, like a good healthy level, the top of the natural healthy range, that's the way to go. Chris Mixon, look like a Greek god, John. I appreciate it, bro. Santalimi, what's going on? Aaron Gonzalez, how you doing? All right. What up? How you doing, Straight Dax? YG Lee in the house? What's going on? What's a good way to raise free testosterone? This is a good question. So there's a medication. Naturally, I couldn't tell you. I mean, honestly, the only way that you can really raise testosterone, free testosterone, is unbinding that testosterone. And SHBG has a good part of this. So when you test or blood test, and let's say you have a low free testosterone range, you want to test for an SHBG. It's a sexual hemoglobin binding globulin test. And this will tell you if it's high or low, right? Now, if it's high, it's going to correlate with free testosterone 90% of the time, 95% of the time almost, right? 90% of the time, I'll give you that. But at that point, what happens is if that's real high, your free testosterone is going to be real low because all your testosterone is bound. And you want to unbind it, right? Now, like I said, naturally, I don't know too many ways. Even if you take testosterone injections, that doesn't mean your free testosterone will come up. Most of the time, 3/4 of the time, it's going to come up. It's going to come up with total. Free's going to go up, both hand in hand. But some people, it doesn't happen. And other people out there have good testosterone levels, but have low free testosterone. And that gives them the symptoms of low T, because free testosterone is what you're utilizing all throughout your body. Your total testosterone is your reservoir where it's pulling from. So if your body doesn't have a lot to pull, then you're going to feel like, oh, I don't have testosterone. So at that point, there's a medication called Danazol. That medication is going to work like a charm, 100%, every single time. It will unbind your testosterone. It will push your free up. I mean, I remember taking this medication like when we first started, right? And my free testosterone was kind of low with the total. And man, immediately, I'm talking me immediately. And the other good thing about it was, it did cause spontaneous erections with this too as well. And that's because of free testosterone, I think. But it was only the first couple times. And then I stopped taking it because when I took my testosterone shot, my testosterone went up, my free went up, and I didn't need it. So, and my SHBG is on the lower end. So don't be worried about that if your SHBG is on the lower end. You should be good to go either way. All right? Oh, give me those questions. I love them. I need to do TRT. I want to be stronger and lose some body fat. So hormone replacement therapy or TRT is definitely going to be the way to go. Like I said, always recommend blood testing first. I mean, you're not going to get testosterone from a clinic usually unless you blood test anyway. But make sure, you're going to do it the right way. And make sure that nobody's going to shortcut your health. And what I mean by that is make sure, if you don't come to us, and I hope you do, but if you don't, make sure you're getting proper blood testing, right? All the panels you needed. Not the basic minimum just to get you by. You don't want that. The whole point of this is to be better and to be healthier. Improving quality of life, not taking it for what it is and I don't care, I'm just going to get what I get and I'm going to do what I want to do. That's short-term thinking. You want to think long-term. With that, you should be good to go. It will definitely help you get stronger and help you lose body fat. You know, it is what it is. I mean, especially if your testosterone is low, and some people, their testosterone is low and their estrogen's high. High estrogen is going to cause fat deposits on the body. You're going to feel more emotional. So you don't want that either, right? You want to feel good. You want to feel masculine, and you want to feel confident and motivated. YG said, I will be a patient tomorrow. So 21, baby. Man, that's a beautiful age, man. I remember when I was 21. Those good times. Oh, man, it's a long time ago. Does kisspeptin or HCG increase PSA like testosterone cypionate? Good question, Shauna. So with this, usually, you know, with this, you see if testosterone raises, with some of these guys, PSA raises. Not all people are men in particular. Not all men have this issue. So, like, I take testosterone. I've been taking testosterone for 11 years. I take 300 milligrams a week. Never had a PSA problem. Please, God, don't come back and haunt me with that one. But some people, if they take testosterone, PSA goes up. Now, with the PSA goes up, this is obviously an issue, or a provider should be like, oh my God, what's going on? You know, if you're a 2.0, it's okay. 3.0, we're like, hey, something's going on. And especially if it's trending up. 4 or higher, man, you ain't getting testosterone for sure from us. Or kisspeptin or HCG. Anything that could possibly ignite that fire, we're not going to deal with. We always want to push that back to a specialist, which is urology, and see what is really going on. Because when PSA goes up, right, this doesn't mean that you have prostate cancer automatically, right? This could mean that, hey, listen, I might have a prostate infection. It happens a ton to people. And like we've seen it with tons of patients, right? We'll 6-month blood test them, or you know, they get on originally or whatever it is, and we look at the PSA and we're like, whoa, your PSA is like a 5.0, man, 6.0, and that's high. That's above range. And, you know, we need to see what's going on and push you back to the specialist and have them, you know, run some tests and see what's up. And, you know, some of them, antibiotics, if it's an infection, and man, the PSA goes right back to where it was, they continue the testosterone injections, and they have no problems. Some people, it doesn't happen like that. It just, you know, it is what it is. Their prostate goes up, and, you know, it could be something different, right? It could be prostate cancer if it's really high. And we've definitely helped people like that where they've got the initial blood test with us because they want to go on hormone replacement therapy. We get their results. And when we see something like that, we immediately contact the patient and say, listen, we need you to see a specialist or somebody that can diagnose this or see what's really going on, because that's not our scope of practice. So at that point, you know, we'll push it back there. And, you know, a couple people have found out they've had prostate cancer. But since they did the blood test with us so soon, they caught it so early that these people never had no issues, right? They went through the treatment to get rid of it, might cut it out, whatever it was, and at that point they're in good health now, which is great. But you know, kisspeptin or HCG, if anything that raises testosterone levels, you got a chance of PSA possibly going up. But like I said, PSA up. We've got some patients, their PSA is at like a 5.0. Like I said, that's bad, right? But we put them back to specialists. They went in there. They did a discovery. They didn't find anything. They said they give the clearance. And once the specialist gives us clearance, then we feel a lot more comfortable providing for that patient, because we know that somebody's looked at them. Everything's okay. They're putting their stamp of approval on it. So it's not just us. And, you know, we want to do the right thing by patients, you know, and that's keeping them healthy. That's the whole point of this. It's not just for aesthetic purposes. Aesthetics are great. Everybody wants to look good. I understand that. But you have to be good on the inside first to reflect and look good on the outside. There are people that look good on the outside that I see, and if you've seen what's going on the inside, you'd be scared. It's like a horror movie, right? You don't want that. You want everything to be joyful on the inside and the outside. So that's really what it's about. All right. John, what's your opinion on taking omega-3 fish oils? I think they're good. You know, omega-3s, you know, there's definitely I think there's some benefits. Obviously, research shows, you know, fish oils. Now, taking omega-3, I think is okay. There is a medication out there that is the best fish oil ever, right? So, you know, when we talk about fish oils, omega-3 fish oils, and we talk about good cholesterol and some of these different things that go along with it. Now, if you look for a medication, this is a prescribed fish oil, if you can believe that, right? It's called Vasipa, and it came out years ago. When it first came out, and we don't even like prescribe it to patients, but I was letting patients know, like, hey, listen, this has hit the market, and it's awesome because when you look at omega-3 fish oil, right? You look at the gel caps or whatever they come in now, and if you look at them, they're yellow, right? That's what you associate with omega-3 usually, is a yellow-looking capsule. The Vasipa is so pure, and it should be from pharmaceutical companies, that it's clear. And it will raise HDL, which is good cholesterol. A lot of people need this. So, yeah, I think omega-3s definitely have a benefit for sure, 100%. All right. I heard Danazol takes 6 to 8 weeks to reach free testosterone with lower total testosterone. So, it will work right then and there. It will raise testosterone immediately. Will it lower total testosterone? It could. I told you that last time. On last week's, I said, listen, it could possibly lower your total testosterone. I've seen on patients where it hasn't, and I've seen on patients where it has. That's why we're really borderline, like who should take it and who should not. This does not go out to everybody. But we do have patients that are on testosterone replacement therapy that have a great total, and their free can't come up. That is where the free testosterone with Danazol really comes into play with us. Or if they're borderline per se. So like if a patient is like at 400 or 500 and their free testosterone's in the toilet, we might progress with Danazol because it really isn't going to lower it down. Like it's not going to crash your levels, but it will lower them down possibly. So there's always a chance for that. I always want to make sure you guys understand the benefits and possibly, there's negative side effects to some things. Dog Diamond Daisy, what's going on? Pistol, what's going on? How you guys doing? All right, Sean Purcell, excellent, thank you. CAC and Iprolin increase only HGH or also other pituitary hypothalamus hormones? So it's really supposed to increase your growth hormone production, right? It's supposed to stimulate your pituitary to produce your own growth hormone. As far as other things and hormones is affecting, I don't think CAC and IPA are going to affect anything extracurricular, right? So at that point, it's really focusing on the growth hormone and IGF-1 levels converting, and then, getting the benefits of these things with the sleep, the skin, the hair, all the anti-aging properties and stuff like that. That's where CAC and IPA really, really stand out. All right. Great question, Sean. I'm loving it. Keep it coming. Southerner Laura, how you doing? Great Haul Logistics. What we got here?
Here's a good one.
Ooh, Chris Mix, I like this, bro. Thank you. What's your view on people using Ozempic? Dude, listen, the medication Ozempic and the active ingredient semaglutide in it, it's definitely a game changer. 100%, man. Like, I always say this, and I said this in the beginning, it's a love-hate relationship. I love it because it works for so many people in so many great ways. I hate it because people don't have to change anything of what they're doing in their lifestyle to get it. And usually before, even with therapies like from Titan, they're going to work, right? But if you exercise and you change your diet, it's going to work so much better. So much better. And that's where I think Ozempic, it's awesome because there are people out there that have been overweight their whole lives, have tried every single diet, bought every single, tape for exercising, all this garbage out there that gets sold. And they didn't get any results, right? Or they got a little bit and then they yo-yoed back and gained more than they lost. So with this, if this can change people's lives, and when we talk about change people's lives, I'm not even talking about the aesthetic purposes of changing. I'm talking about the health benefits of changing. We know that the more obese and overweight that you are, the more health issues you're probably going to have. And when we look at that, cool, we can change your life and make you healthier and possibly expand the longevity of your life. And what does that do, right? That means that you have more time with your family, more time with loved ones, more experiences to be had. So I think anybody that wants to use Ozempic should be able to use Ozempic and not get crucified. You see all these Hollywood people out there that are using it. And then you see some that are, hey, you shouldn't be taking this. I don't think people should be taking this. Well, you know what? There's worse things out there that people are taking. Let's talk about Adderall. Nobody talks about Adderall because everybody's abusing Adderall, right? And at that point, okay, why shouldn't we say this in the news. People shouldn't be using Adderall that don't need it, right? I mean, at least with Ozempic, it's helping people in a healthy way, where you've got drugs out there that are not helping people in a healthy way, and it's causing more negative than positive. So, at that point, I think that, like I said, anybody that wants to use Ozempic or semaglutide should be able to, without getting harassed, put on blast, providers not wanting to do it. I mean, it's already in a shortage, so at that point, like, it's hard to even get. I mean, so the commercial version of Ozempic, but it is what it is. All right. Does boron and stinging nettle root raise free testosterone? Don't know. I don't know. Now, stinging nettle root and boron. So boron, it can help, and I guess I know people that use boron for all different things, for sugar levels, blood pressure. Stinging netty. Listen, this I use our hair health capsules. It's got a ton of benefits. Do I think that it raises free testosterone? Probably not. But hey, listen, I'm down for anybody that wants to go on this little trial, and I'll blood test you for free and total testosterone for free for 1 month. But you got to check in every single day to get it. And I'll do this with somebody. If somebody really wants to take boron and stinging nettle root to see if it raises free testosterone, I would definitely like to see it. YG Lee, your total is 703. So that's really good. You're 21, though, right? You're about to be 21 tomorrow. So 18 to 21 should be your highest level of testosterone. And from there, it's going to start. Now, the next question is, YG Lee, when did you get your when did you get your blood test done? Was it in the AM, like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning, or was it like 3 p.m.? That's going to make a difference on what your number's at. If you test in the AM, your number's always going to be the highest. When you test lower in the afternoon, 4 or 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, if you can, it's going to be a lot lower. Because through the day, it does start going down. It is what it is, and it'll start boosting up and going out. It's really weird. That's why that number doesn't stay the same. You blood test next time, it's going to be a different number, guarantee. It won't be 703, right? So it's crazy. Hormones do fluctuate a little bit. Justin, what's going on? Grisette, how you doing? Parrot, how you doing? All right. Any other questions? Let's see. Time Mix said, we need a johntsikouris meet and greet. When? When do you guys want to come, man? I'll do a meet and greet. Somebody set it up, man. I'll do it for sure. Trainer Brocco, what's going on? Yes, 94. Strength Addicts. Mr. Injector Official. Uh-oh. Machine Gunka, my dude. WWE in the house. My guys, man. So these guys are on the road, kicking ass, taking names, loving it, dude. Big shout out. All right, Shauna. Ozempic equals semaglutide is a GLP-1, which is what your own body produces from the gut when we eat, then degraded by DPP-4 naturally. This GLP-1 declines as we increase abdominal fat, unfortunately. Glucose increases and all these other things happen. When we talk about insulin resistance, this is what happens. So, GLP-1, semaglutide is a GLP-1 antagonist, and what it does is it hones in on a certain part of the brain that basically affects your hunger, and that's why you don't have an appetite. Now with this, with not having an appetite, you want to make sure that you're setting portions aside, small portions, maybe high in protein, low in carbs, whatever it may be. Always, GLP-1s or any sort of medication for type 2 diabetes. Usually if you have type 2 diabetes, you want to stay away from sugar or glucose. So at that point, carbs could turn into sugar. So at that point, you don't want that either. So you really got to look at it. But yeah, this is awesome. Good information for sure. I got it done at 10 a.m. So that's early. It's definitely early. So it wasn't a late reading. So that's probably going to be one of your highest. Now, next time, I want you to test in the afternoon, 1, 2 o'clock. I want to see what it is then. And we're going to see here soon probably, right? In the next day or so, or maybe a couple days, week. I want to see. This is going to be a great test, real time, to see, hey, listen, I had it here and I had it here. And you get to see it for yourself. That's the best part of this. You can track your results and keep your results. And then you can always go back and say, well, I was here at this point. Which changed? Right? What this diet change, exercise change, have I been taking other medication? Am I doing this? So it's really cool, and you can really dial things in that way. It's awesome. Trackability is great, and that's the way that you really progress, is tracking yourself. Bad B Max, what's going on? Pleasure Boutique, it's Bamboo. Showing guys, Ozempic is such a better option than the insane surgeries people resort to. So this is another thing, right? So when we talk about bariatric surgeries, right? They're basically shrinking your stomach, and you're not going to be able to eat that much, and that's kind of what it does. I mean, you can eat some foods, you can eat some bad foods, but you're not going to want to. Trust me. Anybody that I know that has that surgery has done that, and they've lost a lot of weight. I've seen a lot of people do these surgeries. But semaglutide is an alternative to surgery, and it's no downtime, right? And you're losing weight, feeling great right off the bat. So I think that semaglutide might be a better tool than the bariatric surgery when you're the stomach thing. I think that it's the way to go. So, Shauna said, think of semaglutide like a peptide, just replacing what you naturally have to keep lean. Tirzepatide is a GLP-1 plus a GIP equals 100% incretin hormone replace. So it's really cool that you brought tirzepatide up. So, that's the big bad boy of semaglutide. That's the big bad brother. And not only does it have the GLP-1, like Shauna says, but it has a GIP. So it has two things that are working in your favor to really get you the results. Now, I've had people that have switched from semaglutide to the tirzepatide. And when they do that, they say, I'm not getting the results I was on semaglutide. And then we go back to the dosing. So you got to remember this. If you're taking semaglutide, it's a tiered up process. So every week you're taking the same amount, maybe 3 to 4 weeks. And then you go up. And the reason you do this is because if you take too much of this will make you nauseous, right? And, people think that, I'm not like anybody else out there. I'm like superhuman. So I can take triple the dose or double the dose, and I'm fine. I got a high tolerance. You're like, all right, man, so let's do it. Or I don't say that, but they're thinking about it. Let's do it. And they do it. And I've had, like, one of my best friends, like, literally call me up and, like, I think I need to go to the hospital. I'm so sick. I'm like, dude, how much you inject? 1 ml? I'm like, what did you do that for? Like, So, I told him, they said, listen, he was in California at the time. I said, listen, call up one of the IV joint places out there. Tell them you need some Zofran and you need an IV bag, and they're going to take care of you. And that's what he did, and he was fine. But, if you do take it, you could cause some problems. Johnny Ron said, whatever happened to Zoe Taylor? So Zoe is a mom, and she's living in a different state. So you can find her on Instagram or Facebook probably. I don't know. But, yeah, she's out there. Definitely there. And she still loves Titan. So, I love her and Lance. I always will. And they're family to us. So at that point, it's awesome. Yeah. Freezing your balls raises testosterone. Smile emoji with a little teardrop. Yeah, I don't know about that either.
There's so many crazy things people do when they can just like make better food choices. But they take like nettle and borax instead of like eating better. So like, come on.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. So why Julie said, if I get prescribed Danazol, would it raise my free testosterone at least to 20 or something in 2 weeks? Does it literally work that fast? It works that fast. Yes, it does work that fast. You can say 3 to 4 weeks if you really wanted to say like that 1 month. Let's say 30 days. Guaranteed. 100%. I'm telling you, when you take it the first day, it raises the levels. It's just like anything else. I don't know who told you like it's going to take 8 or not, whatever it was. They're out of their mind. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. If you were found online, send me the link because I want to check it out. But, Danazol, it works that quick. Now, where I was going with this is that, let's say testosterone, right? So you're going to say, well, testosterone is going to take at least, 3 to 4 weeks to probably kick in because that's an ester, injectable. Probably right. Maybe 2 weeks, maybe, But when we talk about sublingual troches that are micronized testosterone, now we're talking about immediately jumping to the top. So girls take troches, testosterone troches. We offer testosterone troches to our patients. If you're on testosterone replacement therapy and you don't want to inject, you can try the sublingual ones. It doesn't work as good as injections, but it is, another option. Also, if you're with us and you take testosterone replacement therapy, let's take your injectable. You can still get 20 milligram troches from us too as well for add back to use in different ways in situation scenarios. So when you take a micronized troche, your testosterone raises right then and there. And by the end of the day, it's down to where it needs to be. Next day you need to take one, up, it goes down, up, and goes down. So with Danazol, it will work that day. Now, it might go down at the end of the day, but it will go back up. Every time you take that medication, it's going to go back up. Now, unbinding it is going to be the way to go. Like I said, that's the only way to do it. But I don't want to risk a 703 with you either. That's a pretty good number. That's, maybe there's something else that we can work on that could help you out. Mario, what's going on? Iveta, Chic Bodybuilding, IBB Pro, what's up? Whew. Ludek John, how you doing? T-Wick, Hypersnap, how you doing? Body Boss Founder, how you doing? Lacey, how you doing? RG Hood, Brett and Pat. All right, so let's get to the next one. Next one topic is going to be Andrew Tate charged with rape, human trafficking, and Romanian officials say that him and his brother can both be charged. Now, I don't know how you guys feel about Andrew Tate. I think that some of the things he says is really on point. Some of the things I might not agree with, but I think overall he's kind of on the mark, and I think a lot of people are after him or gunning for him. But what his main point that I like that he puts across is that, masculinity doesn't have to be toxic. And everybody's like, oh, he's a misogynist, he's toxic masculinity. That's fine. Whatever you think about it is your opinion. That's cool. But as far as the masculinity portion, I think our younger boys out there need to realize that masculinity is not toxic. Masculinity is what makes a man a man. That's a masculinity. Do man shit. And that's what you need to do. And that's how men need to be raised, or boys need to be raised into men. That's a big point. Now, with all this other stuff that's going on, he's been in Romania, and he got put in jail in Romania in December, like right before the first of the year, and spent in there. I think it was 3 months, 4 months in jail. I mean, man, in Romania, man, you guys don't want to be in jails over there for sure. And at that point, they let him go back to house arrest, and they didn't charge him. I was wondering what was going to happen here, because something's got to give. Either let him out, off house arrest, and he can do what he wants to do, or they're going to charge him. So they charged him. Him and his brother, rape, human trafficking, and created an organized crime group or something like that. But what he was doing was, I guess he had girls doing webcamming, stuff like that. It's legitimate business. I don't know what was going on there, but he's getting charged, and that was the big thing. So we'll see what happens with this. All right, so we've got some things on TikTok. So TikTok said, I take Ozempic for weight loss and looking to get into HGH what's your opinion on HGH? So I don't think, first I say, Captain Redbeard, if you're taking Ozempic, great. That's going to help with the weight loss portion. The other point of that, I would blood test and see where your IGF-1 levels are at. That's what growth hormone converts into, and that's the real telltale of what you're getting benefits from the growth hormone. Now, do I think there's other things out there that are less expensive and work pretty good, right? CDC and ipamorelin are going to work really good. HGH is really hard to get a hold of. It's really expensive. And if you're getting a black market, it's a toss in the air, right? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it underdosed? Where's it coming from? All this stuff. So I would never recommend doing anything like that. No research sites, no chemical sites, and some of you may do it. That's fine. That's totally on you guys. But I wouldn't recommend it for anybody. Andrew Tate annoys so many people. The truth hurts. It's true. He does get into people's skin. Listen, some of the stuff he says, he's on point, man. He really is. And some of the stuff, it's like, come on. I mean, we live in a crazy world. Masculine and chivalry is sexy. Damn right, Sean. You hit that right on the head for sure. And chivalry is not dead. There's guys out there, we still practice that for sure. Fit Girl, Dottie, Genesis, Son of Stewart, VX Escar, what's going on? How you doing? Can you run a marathon? I don't know how long a marathon, but I'm sure I can run one. I'm trying to get rich piano type. Okay. All right, so if you're trying to get rich piano type swole, now IGF-1 is going to help with some growth of muscle, right? But, listen, rich piano was a whole nother beast, guys. I mean, the whatever you take or whatever it takes attitude that he had and some of the stuff that he did is questionable. Rich Piana was a beast. Changed the market, he had his own brand. He was here in Tampa when he died. It sucks that it had to be like that. So, what are you willing to risk for that? That's the question. Or what do you want to give up? Because it's not easy to do that. And, even if you want to be like that, doesn't mean you're going to get like that. I don't care what you do. There's people out there, and there's more chemical warfare than ever with people and taking these performance-enhancing drugs of some sort or anabolic steroids. And at that point, like, they don't stop. They're taking mega doses of this stuff. They're not getting it from proper places. So I have no idea what they really are injecting or taking. And it's just a risk, man. It's a risk all the way around. I would want to, increase lean body mass, right? Lean up the best as possibly can and just keep progressing, dude. And you will. You will if you're doing the right things. And everything is dialed in like it should. All right, YG Lee said, the reason I was asking about danazol is because I feel like I don't need enclomiphene anymore. I just want my free testosterone up some more. So at 703, yeah. So the enclomiphene did its job. It kind of rebooted what was going on. It raised your total testosterone levels. I know you want the free up. We can look at some different options. But I think the next thing we do is when we blood test you, because we're going to want to blood test you. We'll blood test you, and let's see what those results come back as. And let's do it later in the afternoon. And when we do that later in the afternoon, let's see what a really true reading is. Okay? And maybe that's low. What if that's at 400? Then we can kind of look at the danazol and, maybe some other things. But we don't want it to be low. We want your total to stay high. So hopefully it does. We'll see what it is. Julie Mood, the boss. Your opinion, MK677. So it's awesome. MK677 was originally miscategorized online as being a SARM. It's not a select androgen receptor modulator. MK677 is actually a GHRH peptide, which is a growth hormone releasing hormone peptide. And it's an oral capsule or whatever they make it in. You can do it in all different types of ways. But it's oral. And it's the only oral GHRH out there that works. And how does it work? So it actually stimulates the G-renin in your body. It makes you hungry. It also helps raise your IGF-1 levels, which is the game changer of it, right? And with this, you're going to get hunger spells when you take it, unless you take it at night and go right to sleep. If you take it during the day, you better be ready to eat. I don't care where you're at, you better be ready to eat. And hopefully it's not garbage, because you don't want garbage weight. But MK677 can be a great one for building muscle. And if you really want to bulk and get up like Rich Piana, Captain Redbeard, I would definitely, possibly look at this. But you got to control your appetite. You got to control your food. So, that's the one thing. And drink a lot of water with it. But it will definitely help put on some muscle mass. It will help with better sleep. It will help with all the anti-aging properties because IGF-1 goes up. So it's really, really a good game changer out there for people that don't want to do an injection. They maybe want to increase their calorie count. This is the way to go. Pro Neil, what's up, bro? Josh, how you doing? Greek Fly Guy. Strictly, I said, I hope no one abuses SEOs, especially the homemade stuff. It's not even muscle, and it can be super dangerous. The guys in Russia and Brazil look goofy. So, yeah, so me and Kristen were talking about this before. We were seeing the Russian dude. He's like, he went viral. He had his arms, like, cut open because, what happened. And SEO, so site, injections, site enhancement oils. So that's what it is. And they inject it in different muscle groups to make it look, more rounder or, catch up with the size because they're off on one side. They're a little bit smaller. And people that abuse these things, you can see, and you see like balls out. It just looks weird. You can tell right away if they've done it. I've seen some people have done really little amounts, and you can't tell. But usually people abuse this stuff, and you can tell right away. All right, TBA, TBT, what's going on? Join Titan, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What are some good peptides? Son of Stewart. All right, so Son of Stewart, what are some good peptides? Well, we talked about AOD 9604, which is a hell of a peptide for weight loss. It's a great one. And we talked about MK677, which is an oral GHRH peptide. We talked about CJC and Iperon, which is a growth releasing hormone peptide too as well. Whew. Sorry, guys. Woo. All right, so when we talk about those peptides, increasing IGF-1 levels, anti-aging properties, then we talk about BPC 157 and TB 500. These are healing peptides. Great for anything. Joints, ligaments, muscles, tendons. You name it. It does definitely help in a number of different ways. And then we talk about PT 141. So PT 141 is FDA approved female libido enhancement, but works the exact same way on males. And what it does, it works on the nervous system to stimulate libido enhancement. So it's true libido enhancement, right? It's that urge, right? And not just like a vasodilator per se, where blood flow goes to the erection, you have an erection, but The drive is not there. This creates the drive. And most women don't have this drive, or it's gone, or it loses, or whatever happens to them. So this is a really, really good one for females and males alike. And they both can take it and utilize it together. So if you're a couple, hey, man, you can just increase pleasure in the bedroom and performance, right? Luke Fletcher, what's going on? How you doing? What else we got here? All right, so Shanghai said, are there any Titan at the movie picks? Excited? Anything on the way? So, yeah, so I just did the Flash one last Thursday. I don't know if that one's out or not. I've done a number of them, the last couple of ones. So if you haven't seen the updated ones, they will be on social media very soon for you guys to check out. Obviously, I'll tell you my review of Flash. I was really let down, disappointed about Flash. If you guys got to go see Flash, let me know. But I'm a geek when it comes to comic book stuff. And, I was just kind of let down on the movie. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. So check it out, though. Don't take my opinion on that. I want you guys to see it. Give me yours. What's a good starting dose of testosterone cypionate? And then Joshua asked about BPC. All right, so what's a good starting dose of testosterone cypionate? So testosterone injections. Let's just do it there because you can do cypionate and anthate, propionate. Well, let's do cypionate and anthate. So when we talk about this, we really want to look at where your numbers are, what the symptoms are, but this could definitely be different for a number of people. There are some people that don't want to take testosterone. They want the very, very bare minimum of what they need to do. So it can be between twice, 3 times I get to slap myself. All right. I only took one today. I took it in the morning, but I won't take another one. All right, so with this one, when we talk about testosterone, cypionate, and anthate, it can be between 100 milligrams per week, 200 milligrams per week, and 300 milligrams per week. If you want to do the bare minimum, 100 milligrams per week. You want to be right where all the research is and everything, 200 milligrams a week. Optimized, and you might need a little bit more, 300 milligrams per week. But I would say, 200 milligrams is a good starting point in splitting the dose. So what I mean splitting the doses is that if you're supposed to take 200 milligrams of testosterone cypionate for a week, you're going to take 100 milligrams, so half of the medication, on Monday, and then 3 days later on Thursday, you're going to take half of the medication to combine for 200 milligrams. This is going to give you an even keel. You're going to get up and stay up instead of going up and down, up and down. You don't want that. You want to stay up, keep moving, right along pace. So that's going to help you do that. And that's normally what patients get prescribed at a starting dose. But there are patients out there that don't want to do that. And they want to only do 100. So, whatever is going to be best for you. And we can always retest and see what's going on in a month. And if it's not enough, you can do more or vice versa. All right, what we got here? Good question on TikTok now. I came back at 190 fasted morning. Ooh, that's low. You definitely need some hormone replacement therapy for sure. All right, how effective is BPC 157? Now, if you get BPC 157 from a credible source, like AKA a real U.S. licensed pharmacy, then you're going to get great results from BPC 157. If you're going to the research chemical sites online and buying it for $20, I don't know. I can't talk on that. You're probably not going to get results. So I just did a video on this today that I'm going to be posting. We'll put on social media, so you guys will get to see that and kind of my perspective on it. All right, what else we got here? Depends on milligrams. Do 1 cc a week of 2. So Joshua, 1 cc a week of 250. 1 cc twice a week of 250 milligrams. This is not a good starting dose. Now, depending, Joshua, on what they're trying to do, right? So if you're taking 1 cc twice a week of 250 milligrams, you're really taking 500 milligrams of testosterone a week. That's I don't know a lot of providers that will provide like that. I do know there are a couple out there that will do 500 milligrams and 600 milligrams, but I don't think that's a good starting dose for anybody. That's super physiological levels what they're going to come back as. My doc wanted me at 250 milligrams at twice a week, but I bumped it myself. So I think you're overdosing yourself on testosterone, unless you really want to take that much. But you're talking about like bodybuilding levels of testosterone, where I think this person is really looking for what a good starting point is. Now, as a starting point, it's not a cycle, right? And he's not doing this for bodybuilding, I don't think, and I shouldn't assume. But I think dude, at 250 milligrams a week or maybe 300 milligrams a week at most, you're going to be balling on your levels. I mean, at 500 milligrams, you're going to be way over the range. So, at that point, the best thing is to take the minimal amount of dose and get the most optimal result, right? So it's not just throwing a whole bunch at it and hopefully it's going to go up, and it's going to go up because of this. Well, of course it's going to go up, but do you need that much, right? Because, you don't. I'm just telling you straight up. Can I stack Deca with Winnie and 0.5 Romadex for 8 weeks? I can't answer this, guys. I can't give you medical advice on my medical channel. I can't do it. I'm sorry. Especially things like this. Do I know people before that have stacked Deca, Winnie, and 0.5 Romadex for 8 weeks? Yes. I know people that have taken all kinds of different things. And me being in this industry for, like I said, almost 11 years now, I've seen it all. I've worked with every pro from top all the way to the top, all the way to the bottom. Every kind of person you think of, hobbyists that just go to the gym and want to look good and work out. Most people that go to the gyms and they take a whole bunch of stuff and don't even compete, I've seen it all. So it is what it is. John, how long did Danazol take to work for you? I told you the first day, dude. The first day. And I'm telling you, it will, literally, it will raise free testosterone levels. It is a great medication for free testosterone. It really is. And Mark Cash, what's going on? Bueno, Bruno, what's going on? Isha K, Grizzly League. I have a feeling John will be sleeping by 8 p.m. I'll probably be up till midnight, to be honest with you. I still got to drive home and all that. I'm not tired. It's just been a long day. I've been doing a lot today. There's nothing better than a good night's sleep, for sure, 100%. Lords flex a lot. How long until last test P injection for my test to show below normal ranges? So the good thing about testosterone propionate is it's a fast-acting ester. That means it's in the body and out of the body very, very quickly. I would give yourself at least 4 or 5 days, man. If you want to be like perfect, a week, 7 days. Yeah, one. Now, depending on how much you're doing now, too. Because usually with test propionate, right, you're going to, if you were taking 300 milligrams per week, you do 100 milligrams 3 times a week. And dose. If you're doing 200 milligrams, you'd split it, dose. But if you're just taking the one testosterone propionate shot, and let's say it's, I don't know, depending on where you got it from, 100 milligrams or 200 milligrams, I would not for at least 7 days. And then you're going to come back within normal range. If it's Cypionate, you're talking about like 2 weeks. And Tate, I give it like 21 days. So it is what it is. All right. Shringas, taking minimal for maximal benefits shows you Titan cares. I'm sure other clinics will push more is better to line their pockets. Absolutely. And, I see people out there that, in my industry that are prescribing Anavar, oxandrolone, for weight loss. And they're giving girls and guys 50 milligrams every single day. That is crazy. And, it's not even good. It will help as far as hardening muscles. And as far as weight loss, though, weight loss effect, like really, really shredding up. Man, there's other things I think that you can take that will be a little bit better than that. And especially at the dosage that they're giving out. So, Titan does care. We don't, listen, if your health's not there or you're not healthy or you got something wrong with you, we're not just going to prescribe to make money. You won't become a patient, or we'll make sure that you go to a specialist and get sure you get checked out for sure. Just saying. I love it, though. I love it. All right. Gotcha. I appreciate it. You're welcome, Joshua. Just blink twice if it's okay. Do you do PRP? So we're getting ready to include PRP in the practice. I did have a nurse practitioner that did it, but she's no longer with us. So at that point, I'll be incorporating here soon, guys. It's on my list, I promise you. How do you maintain libido on TRT? Mine always crashes. It should never crash on TRT. If you're on TRT or you're on hormone replacement therapy, your libido should be on point. Like if you want to take like a Superman or like a libido enhancer or whatever, just to have that one like crazy night, or maybe you've been drinking or you're real tired or something like that. But if it's a normal day, dude, I'm ready to rock and roll, man. And depending on how many times you're having sex every day is, right? Because if you're having sex 3 times a day, then your libido might not be good for the 4th time with your wife or whoever it is.
So him saying that because the myth with low libido because of testosterone, you think it's the estrogen that goes up when they don't check it?
That's where I was going with this. 100%. So Art was saying, and this is where it is that when people do TRT, that's why I say HRT instead of TRT. Because TRT means testosterone replacement therapy, which means you're replacing testosterone. Hormone replacement therapy means you're replacing different hormones and balancing. So when you take TRT, and this happens to a lot of guys actually, they go into their general practitioner and they get through the blood testing and, hey, listen, insurance covers it, cool. They start taking testosterone, like, all right, awesome. The first couple of weeks, first month, boom, awesome. And then like the second and third and fourth, they're like, dude, my libido sucks. Like, I'm gaining weight. Like, what's going on here? So we got to look at estrogen. And most general practitioners don't prescribe an estrogen blocker to go along with the testosterone. So at that point, they're getting all those negative side effects they shouldn't because of conversion and aromatization from testosterone into estrogen. Specifically estradiol for us guys. So that is where the problem lies. And I guarantee you blood test and there's a problem there, you fix it, you're not going to have any issues with libido. If you still are, we definitely have things that will help. But with HRT or TRT like you're saying, you shouldn't have any issues with libido whatsoever.
5-minute warning, John.
Cool. Gulf Coast Framing, Drywall, what's up? You guys rock. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you. IG Hokie said longevity. What do you say? Longevity is key. Stay the course and keep working hard in the gym. The real Hokie probably hit that on point. Thank you, brother. Takes time for permanent results. That is 100%. And nothing's permanent. So even if you go in the gym, right, and you gain 250 pounds of pure muscle, that doesn't mean you're permanently going to have that muscle. Your body is crazy and adapts to so many different things. It's a use it or lose it type scenario. So either you're using that muscle and you keep building muscle, you can maintain that muscle, but let's say you're a bodybuilder and weigh 250 pounds, you're training every day, hardcore to the bone. You gain all kinds of muscle, you're ripped up. Now let's say you're like, all right, I want to go become a marathon runner. I think I can do this. And they start training for marathon. They're not lifting weights. All they're doing is cardiovascular activity. They're going to start leaning down. And at that point, their body is going to start changing. So it's not permanent. But like you said, though, those results take time. They might not be permanent, but they are results, and they do take time. So you hit that on the head, dude. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm loving it, guys. Loving it. All right. What else we got here? Shoot me on YouTube, IG, Titan Strong all day. Outside images. What's up, brother? J. Cool in the house. What's up?
Butter.
Need to come see us, man. We miss you. Damn it. What I got to do? I got to fly you down? Come on. I'll buy the ticket.
He wants to bring the bears.
Let's go. Bring the bears, man. Come on. 10 years of Titan Strong. Yeah, that's what he's been shooting out there in the wild.
Yeah.
So, all right, so we did that one. I was dosing a little high. My test was 2,800. My estrogen was 40. So that's not bad. And this is the guy with libido. That's not bad. But listen, if it's crashing at 40, I would get down to 20. Now, I know, depending on where you got the blood test from, the range, usually the top of the range of estrogen where you should be at is 40. So it isn't within normal limits per se, right? But you're getting a negative side effect. You have to adjust for that. And I'm pretty sure if you get that down, it's going to be good. Now, the other thing was what was your free testosterone? Because I've seen your total on here. Where are you located? So we're located in Tampa, Florida, but we service the whole United States except for Idaho. So at that point, anything you guys need in all these states, blood testing, we got you. We'll set that up for you, no problem. You guys need hormone replacement therapy, medical weight loss, all these different things, we got you. I'll be there in November. Man, November, I got to wait that long. How many months is that? 11, what I got? 5 months? Almost, maybe 4. July is coming soon. All right, I'll take it, whatever. As long as I get to see you. I didn't get to see you last time we were in town, so I get double the time.
Wrap it up, brother.
Yep. All right, so we got to wrap it up. All right, so are you providing cost-efficient semaglutide is expensive and not covered as non-covered doses? So it's $550 for a 10-week therapy package of semaglutide. I don't know if you call it, I know that's inexpensive compared to some of the places out there charging $50 or $75 for one injection or $1,200 to $1,500 for the whole peptide therapy. Biggie, you're welcome. Medical, it's what? Life is great, especially since I'm about to be a Tate member. Woohoo! All right, guys. So, listen, let me at least get to the poll because we put it up here. What is the hardest part about losing weight for you? 15% said not enough moral support, so I give up. 25% actually eating healthy foods. 12% said staying active and working out. 25% said staying consistent with a routine. And 23% said all of the above. So the dominators here are really eating healthy foods, and staying consistent with routine. If you do those 2 things, you can X out the rest of these things, because at that point, you're going to be your own motivation and support, because you're going to be losing weight and gaining muscle. You're also going to be working out, so that 12% is gone, because you're going to be consistent with your routine. So at that point, if you're consistent with your routine, that has your workout in there, hopefully, and you'll be consistent with that. So, listen, guys, there's different ways to lose weight, but it comes down to calories in and calorie deficit. So at that point, you really want to get on that page. Now, all calories are not created equal either, so if you only got 75 or 100 calories and it was a chocolate chip cookie, it's not going to be the same as, as whatever is healthy for you, whether it be a vegetable or a chicken breast or half a chicken breast or whatever it is. All right. Claudia, what's going on? How you doing? Rob Perry, what's going on? Why'd you leave? Excellence. All right. So I think that's it, guys. All the events are coming up. We have 8-3 to 8-5 Tampa Pro, title sponsor, Tate Medical Center. We get out free B12 injections, free amino acid injections for everybody there. 9/15 to 9/16, St. Pete Art and Fashion Week, title sponsor, Tate Medical Center, top designer, Tate Medical Center. Big shout out to Donna Crowley for that. 10/21 Hurricane Pro. Big shout out to Tim Gardner Productions again for that. 11/2 to 11/5 will be in Orlando for Olympia, and 11/5, which is that Sunday, will be at Festival Speed in Orlando at Ritz-carlton. And 11/18, we got Carson Couture, title sponsor, Tate Medical Center. Boom. Also, we've got a new one coming up, July 7th and 8th. Will be, I think it's the Nut House Pickleball Tournament. And my buddy, he came through today. I'm like, man, I've known this guy for so long. It's Buckwheat, if you guys don't know who he is, and not from the movie. He's a radio personality, but I've known him for so long. And when he came at me with the idea, I'm like, this is awesome. We got to do this. We got to try this. So it's going to be great. Title sponsor, Tate Medical Center, of course, and then we're going to be in the pickleball tournament. I think me and Peter are going to be a team, and we have maybe some girls have a team too as well. We're going to have some fun with this. This is what it's all about, guys. Being active and having a blast. Hair plugs are peptides. Peptides, for sure. 100%. All right, so, guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Titan Talk Tuesday, every Tuesday with me, John, CEO of Tate Medical Center. I'm here to give you guys great information and answer all your questions about how we can help you guys look better, feel better, and perform better every single day. Look for the lives this week, guys. I might be going live in random moments from Tate Medical Center with some special guests that I'm going to have in town. So hopefully it's going to be awesome. If you guys didn't know, I'm going to have Michael Hearn in town. If you guys don't know who he is, you guys can check him on Instagram. He's got 3 million followers. A lot of people know who he is. But he's just a friend of me. So I'm just going to enjoy having him in town with the family. His family's coming, hang out with our family, and just have a great Titan day every day that he's in town. Because he's a Titan, we're Titans, Titans combined. Titans rule the world. It is what it is. Jump on the Titan lifestyle, guys, and I'll see you guys next Tuesday at 6 p.m. with me, John, CEO of Tate Medical Center.